Alright guys, here we go for another request on the homemade yogurt that I've talked about. And so here I have a gallon of milk. We're just going to add it. We're going to go to probably about there. Just kind of where it starts to taper at the top. These are quart jars. Ooh, maybe we might be able to go a little bit more in each one. All right. So here I have my ginormous stock pot. And a lot of people will go ahead and pour all of their milk into the pots to heat it up to 180 and then pour it into the jars. But I'm going to save ourselves some work. And I've added a towel at the bottom of here, and I'm going to go ahead and add water. The purpose of that towel is that I do not want my milk to scald. And so setting the jars on top of that towel will help in that respect. So here we are back over with the milk. We're going to take the same that we used for the sour cream. Remember that this has to be a plain yogurt, and it has to have live cultures in it. Okay? And if you watch my sour cream video, you'll know that I accidentally bought a European style yogurt. And so my very first batch of sour cream ended up exactly like the European yogurt, which is runny. And I didn't want that. So we got ourselves a different kind. You just have to make sure that it says live cultures or live active cultures. Like here you go. These are the active yogurt cultures. There's 3 of them in this one. There was 4 in the other one. But if you watch my video on the sour cream, you'll notice that this one worked amazingly, and we have an excellent texture and thickness to our sour cream. So here we are. We're gonna just do a couple heaping spoonfuls into each jar of milk. Okay. The wonderful thing about this is the process. Was that 1 or 2 in that one? Great. Maybe I need to not talk. All right, I'll just put a little bit more just in case. All right. It's not going to do any harm. All right, so you're just going to stir it up a little bit. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set these down into the water, and I might have to add some more water. We'll see how much the water that I have in there raises once I set these in there. So give me just 1 second. So you don't want to fill it too high, because you don't want, if the water starts to boil, you don't want it to splash up into the milk. So yeah, we're gonna add a little bit more water. All right, that gets us about halfway up, and I think that that'll be sufficient. All right, we're gonna turn this onto a medium heat. And then we are going to bring this up to 180 degrees. And so that's going to take some time. And we will stir periodically. All right, so basically I just stirred these around a bit with my thermometer, and they are sitting at 122 right now. So we have a ways to go to get to 180. Yep, 122. So we'll let them continue to heat up. All right, so we're gonna check the temps. And it is sitting at 174. So we only have 6 more degrees to climb. And you might notice that the tops of the milk get like a little film, and that's absolutely normal. Don't be concerned with that. Let's check this one. Yep, same. Okay, I just checked the temperature and we are at 180. So we're gonna go ahead and take our little canning grabber here, because the jars are gonna be really hot. And we are gonna go take it over here to where we started and let them cool on a towel until they again reach 110. Once they hit 110, we will move them into the dehydrator where we can maintain their temperatures. We're gonna go ahead and cover these lightly. We're not closing the lid. We're just preventing any flies or bugs or whatever attempting a bombardment. All right, let's see here. Come on. There we go. Okay. Again, we're not attaching the lids. We are just preventing creatures from getting in. All right. So again, we will keep an eye on these. When they reach 110, we will put in the dehydrator. Stay tuned. They have all dropped to 110 degrees. So we're gonna go ahead and put these lids on. Why is it that when you want them to go on, you don't want to? Okay. Right. So now we have all of the jars in the dehydrator, and it will be at 110. It's currently 105 because I had the door open. And we are gonna up the time, and I'll just have to eyeball the clock on the herbal infusion I have going on back there. So we're gonna change the time to actually 24 hours. Oh, there we go. We'll put it at 23, and then we'll adjust when needed. All right, stay tuned and we'll come on back when it's done. So it has been 24 hours. I thought I'd show you. There will be a little bit of liquid at the top, and that's perfectly fine. And this will actually, let me get a spoon just so that you can see the consistency of it. Okay. All right, that is straight out of the dehydrator. We're gonna go ahead and stick this into the refrigerator for another 24 hours, okay? So we will come back when that's done, and I'm gonna show you what I plan to do with it next. Right. In the fridge it is, and that's where it will remain for the next 24 hours. So stay tuned and we'll be back. All right, here we go. So we are going to make some raspberry yogurt this morning. In this bowl, we have freeze-dried raspberries, and I haven't really powdered it, but you can see the little seeds in it, and that's absolutely fine. We are going to rehydrate that with some water first, as when I tried to do it with just the yogurt, it just took a while because it was gritty from being dry and not a lot of moisture in the yogurt. So this is the yogurt that we made. And I'm just going to pour some in the bowl here. Oop, that's good. All right, so let's go ahead and get this rehydrated with a little bit of cold water. How about that? Literally nothing but pureed raspberries. All right. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a taste, and then we'll see if I want to add any sweetener to it. I mean, it's really good the way it is, but I think it could stand to use a little sweetness. So here at the bottom of this container, I have some monk fruit that I've powdered into kind of like a powdered sugar. So we're just going to add some of that. All right, let's give it another taste test. Yep, that's perfect. All right, well, there you have it. Making yogurt is super simple and easy to do. And I love the versatility of being able to take any of my freeze-dried fruit and add it to the yogurt. We will be doing banana in the future, cinnamon apple, because I have cinnamon apples freeze-dried. Peaches, we're doing peaches freeze-dried. Berries, we'll be doing all sorts of berries, because here on the farm next year we should be getting lots of boysenberries and blackberries, more raspberries, strawberries. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun to play with. And I love that I have, you know, fresh, homemade, no chemicals, no preservatives added to any of this. And it'll be healthy for our little Priscilla Rose, our first grandbaby together. That is good yogurt. Anyway, I appreciate you guys coming along, watching this video. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're returning to the channel, thank you so much for returning. And stay tuned for the next videos. Have a great day.